everyone. It's Mr. Roush again with another quick hit training video for you. I had a question from another teacher about the easiest way to record a screencast, a presentation on their screen that includes their voice. And they were asking about different software programs. They asked what I use to do it. And I'm not going to go into what I use because it's a little bit more of an advanced package. But there's a very simple way you can record a slideshow or a presentation with your voice on it and make it available to your students. And the way you're going to do that is through the Google Meet platform. You say, wait a minute, Mr. Roush, wait a minute. Google Meet is for meetings. It's for me having a one-on-one interaction or group interaction with my students. Let me turn my camera on here. And while normally I'd say you're right, Google Meet is all about meeting with people, there's another way you can use Google Meet that can help you record your screen. So what I'm going to do is I've opened up a Google Meet right here, okay? Just as if you were to have students in here. I don't have any students in here, obviously. I'm going to come down and I'm going to click on the contextual menu for more options, and I'm going to click record this meeting. Make sure I get consent from everybody in the meeting. Yes, I grant consent to myself to record this meeting. It says recording will start soon, and now you hear the little chime, and up here you see that the recording light is on. Now, I'm recording this Google meeting. So the next thing I want to do is present my screen as if I'm giving a slideshow to people in my Google Meet audience. So I click on the Present Now, present my entire screen or just a particular window. In this case, we'll just go with a window. And I want to present my, my Google Meet, my Google Chrome window rather. So I'm going to hit Share. And now everyone who would imaginarily be in my meeting is now seeing this particular window. So now that I'm recording my presentation, I'm going to flip over to my slideshow. Or if you use PowerPoint, you could flip over to PowerPoint. Just make sure you're recording the screen and the PowerPoint window when you hit that setting in Google Classroom, in Google Meet rather. So here's my slideshow. Now this is one that I have for a personal finance unit that I teach my students in the media program. So this is my slideshow. You see I've got my different slides here, and I can choose to either keep this up as is, or I can actually present it on my screen just like this. And so you see that I'm talking, you hear my voice, and I'm going slide by slide, talking about apps and previews and marketing to loyal customers and deciding to make a sensible decision. And you hear my voice and you see the slideshow. When you're done with the presentation, just back out of your slideshow, come back over to your Google Meet, and stop recording. Now, what's going to happen is Google is going to send the recording to my Google Drive. Now, this can take upwards of 10, 15 minutes, sometimes a half hour, depending how long the recording is. But you will get an email in your BX Truman account saying, hey, the recording's done and it's available for you. And what we're going to do here in just a moment is jump over to my Google Drive, where I'm going to show you where the recording ends up. We're going to use the magic of television and the magic of editing to let those 10 or 15 minutes go by, and then we'll see where the recording ends up. All right, so a few minutes have passed by now, and I just got an email in my inbox, so let's flip over to that. And you see the email says Meet Recordings, and it says the recording has been updated, and it's got this code here, which is actually the same code that matches my Google Meet code, and it says that it's available in my Google Drive. So we'll jump over to my Google Drive. I'm in my Meet Recordings folder, so starts off in my Drive, and then you'll find a folder called Meet Recordings, which happens to be right here. And these are recordings of other meetings I've done, but this particular recording is the one that I'm doing to show you how to do this meeting. It says recording will start soon, and now you hear the little chime, and up here you see that the recording light is on. Now, I'm recording this Google meeting. So the next thing I want to Google Meet, my presentation, just make sure you're recording Meet rather, personal finance unit that I teach my, or I can actually present it. And so you see that I'm talking, you hear my voice, and I'm going slide by slide, talking about apps and previews and marketing to loyal customers. So you see in the example, your video still does end up over here on the side in the Google meeting, and some of you might like that and some of you might not. You still have the option, though, of turning off your camera so the students don't see you in the recording. They only hear your voice. But once you've got that Google Meet recording in your Google Drive folder, you can attach that directly to an assignment. What I recommend you do is I recommend you actually rename the file, because this code can get very confusing, especially if you do several screen recordings. We're just going to call this How to Record a Google Meet, okay, presentation. So now I know exactly what's on this particular presentation recording, and it is my slideshow on, actually, you know what, let me rename it something else. Let's call this, personal finance slideshow, because that's really what I was presenting in that particular lesson. So there you have it. The video remains here in your Google Classroom. You can actually create an assignment, and you can attach that particular video. So you'd put your, personal finance slideshow, watch this presentation, and then you'd come down here to your add from your Google Drive. It's going to show my recent files, and of course there's the personal finance slideshow I just recorded. I can click on that, click add, and that video then gets added to the assignment that the students can watch directly from Google Classroom. So I hope that's helpful to you. If you have any questions, by all means reach out via email, and have a wonderful week.